Deku and Boruto are the exact same characters, the only difference being when we were introduced to them. Spoilers for both shows, we watch Naruto grow up as the underdog, being underappreciated and make a name for himself, be a hero, and basically a household name. So when a series comes out where his son is the main character and sort of relearning about this world and its moral lessons we've already seen and been taught, we're inclined to sort of step back and just make fun of dog. Like, no way you're still learning about chakra. Been known that. Should've joined the lobby sooner, bro. We can't help but compare everything he does to the original. In the movie, Boruto chose to use a science tool to cheat his way to victory compared to Naruto, going, believe it, to win against a similar opponent in his youth. We don't take that without comparing, even though some of y'all acting like you've never cheated for the greater good. I see you using ChatGPT. Even if Boruto is unique, like he's more of a prodigy and smart, so we don't get scenes where a fart wins you a fight and actual hyped up plots, we make the excuse, okay, and I'm not watching for a better IQ, Naruto's still cooler. Deku, on the other hand, we're introduced to this world and its rules along with him. He's still the underdog and living in the same time where there's less violence like Boruto is, but we don't compare him to the greats. He's not supposed to be. We see his efforts and learn about the world around with him and see him strive. That alone inspires us. But let's take a moment to speak about his mentor, the person he's supposed to be a successor of, All Might. I love that the creator of this show wanted to sort of switch up the basic of a nobody shonen with a good heart becomes someone well respected like Karate Kid or Rocky or even Naruto. More like a future where peace has already been established. But oh my gosh, every time we see this dude's origin, legitimately, I don't think it would matter if it was just a copy of every other story. Every time a backstory pops up, it reminds me of like an early 2000s broodier series Batman show or an 80s crime fighting cartoon that should have come first. Keep in mind, these are all snippets that we see during the show. Not a show. A snippet. Practice. Like some side character. Let me just pitch you this. An orphan boy whose parents were killed. He lives in a dystopian world where everyone has powers and there is no control over it. You can be walking down the street and a dude who can turn into molten lava just kills you. The boy has no powers himself and he's not even the smartest person. Character's odd, but he has an amazing heart and wants to help people. In a fight, defending himself with a broom, he meets a mentor willing to take a chance on him. He trains to finally make his dream come true, to make a better world despite all the violence he's personally endured. Sometime in high school, he learns of a big bad that's actively fighting against peace. The thing he's dreaming of, like what? Why? And kills his mentor. Also, Uncle Ben getting shot, or Jiraiya from Naruto getting murked in front of him. Now he has to train with his mentor's friend who's colder, scarier. Like, this was the original Eraserhead. This was Kakashi tough on you mentor. In the show with Deku, we see him as Unk and 3'11", probably weighs less. His powers to jump on air just makes him feel like a bouncy ball. But keep in mind, with All Might before the Unk days, he was 6'7". Probably way heavier moving like that. Yeah, bro, one speedy, bouncy, grown man left hook gonna have anyone on the floor gasping for air. He also learns this big bad killed several of the other successors that have had his powers. Now, he's a target. All that in high school. The show would probably center around his emotions, trying to not go full aggro and spinning the block back for his sensei, and needing to fit in with American heroes to get stronger. The type of stress that might be in his heart. There might even be an episode where he finds his mother's killer because just now, the series is showing us he actually got to know her before her death. And we can see him smiling with her, losing her at such a young age, man. Don't ever let anyone tell you they know what you're going through. Only you do. Now picture this. A new movie's coming out and you buy some tickets. All Might finally goes toe-to-toe with the villain. The guy who's constantly yapping about how many several steps he is ahead of everyone. How he's constantly making plans to ensure his success. How he's killed so many successors before All Might. And even with a smile on his face, despite all the successors, despite all the odds, All Might smashes through every plan and gets close enough with a well-deserved right hook of the century. Oh my gosh, bruh. Do you know how hyped that'd be on the big screen? The type of jumping out your seat it'll have you feeling. All that anticipation and suffering. Years of oppression. And not just any right hook. A haymaker that literally takes off his face. When was the last time you've seen that? Hit him so hard, his mouth was cut off. His eyes were cut off. His nose was cut off. Don't focus too much on it now because obviously he survives and is the big bad for Deku, the ninth wielder. But just imagine the hype in that time without it being just a flashback. All Might also being the only hero to wield the power for 40 long years and become a household name, a symbol of peace. Zero to hero. Reminds me of a similar hero I know of. If Deku was introduced the same way Boruto was, we would collectively hate him as a character. No one already liked that he cried so much, but now comparisons, brother. He lives in a safer time than All Might. He has a mom. He's less extroverted, more smart and prodigy-like when it comes to understanding quirks, and not just I'll punch all expectations. We're now in the final fights of the show, and currently Deku's class is erupting from portals to assist him. One of the most epic scenes ever, and reminds us of the indomitable human spirit. Teamwork beats even the biggest of odds. It's like Avengers Endgame when everyone is coming out the portals for the last big fight. I'm getting ready to scream, Avengers Assemble! Teamwork makes the dream work! Let's go! We got this! But if All Might came first, the only thought that would be crossing people's mind is, yeah, nah, probably All Might would have soloed by now. One good left hook. Seriously, this character needs a whole world to help him. That's all we'd be hearing. Think about it too, like while the other was someone alone and making a name for himself, Deku's perspective would look bright and has a whole class of heroes to help him. That episode where they literally just did a school play would have been run through the ground by OG fans. Anyways, that's all. It's crazy to think about how our perspective on people change depending on how we are introduced. Oh, and make sure to comment your favorite sandwich. I call PB&J.